Hi, in this video, we're going to discuss the Insert Ribbon tab. The Insert Ribbon tab helps you to insert some pictures, tables, shapes, smart arts, charts, equations, symbols, and even online videos. So let's get started. The first one is the cover page. It says here that your document will make a great first impression with a stylish cover page. So mean to say this will be the first page of your document. So let us try to use some example cover page. So let's say I want to choose this one. So as you can see, the first page a while ago is now moved to the second page, and then it is replaced by a cover page. So our first page is now the cover page. So you could change the text inside of this Microsoft Insert Ribbon tab. So let's say Microsoft 2016, and then Insert Ribbon tab. And then you could also change this date. You could select the drop down symbol here and choose a date. So let's say you created this document on Sunday, okay, or last Sunday, okay. Well, of course, you could change the name and also the company name. And then the next one is the blank page. So supposedly I'm done with this cover page and also on the second page. So I want to insert another page, which will be the third page. So what I'm going to do is to click at the end of the second page and then click the blank page. So it would create another page where you could type your words or reports or another content for your document. And then the next one is the page break. So it says here that the ends the current page here and move to the next page. So say for example, let's delete first this third page here. So it's just like the same as the blank page, but here in page break, we're going to end this page here and move to the next page. So let's say for example, I'm done with this second page and I don't want to add any more content, so it ends here. So I could just click on the page break or use the control enter or control return. So once I hit this button here, so it gives me um, another page for me to write another content. Okay, so another one is to insert a table. So as you can see here, it once I click this drop down button here, you could see a small window or small pane wherein I could hover on these cells, and then as you can see it shows how many cells I selected on this small window here. Okay, so let's say I want to create a 6 by 6 table just like this one. So once I selected a table, it would another tab will appear, the design tab and layout tab. So the design tab manages what would be the design, of course, of your table. So let's say I want to make it look like color yellow or green, or you could also choose this one, black and gray and white. So it depends on your preferences. Okay. So another thing is the layout, wherein I could manage how many rows or columns my table could have. So for example, I want to delete this row here, so I could just delete rows. So it deletes a row. Or we could also merge this row. So merge cells. Okay, as you can see, it's now merged. We could also split this and divide its column into, let's say, 6 again. Okay, so you could just explore on this one, but definitely it's just easy to use. Okay, so moving on to our insert, we could also insert some pictures using this insert picture command. So insert pictures from your computer, stock image library, or online sources. So let's try to import some image from our device. So I hope I could import some image here. Let's say the Word 2016. Okay, so I just inserted this image inside this table. So I should click on this one, on a blank space, and then click pictures from this device, and then Word 2016.png. So remember that we're locating the picture inside our device. So I mean to say anything that is any picture that is saved on your computer will be loaded in this window. Okay, so I could change the size of this. So I advise that you press and hold the shift key and then resize the image. Okay, so you could also move this around, but as you can see it doesn't move because of its layout options. So I always use the in front of text, so I could freely move this image around. Okay, so it doesn't change the, or it doesn't distort the area wherein this table is located with. So as you can see, it only overlaps on this table, but it doesn't change this the positioning of this table. Okay, so moving on to our shapes. Let's say I want to enter a shape for my flow chart. So we could use this flow chart symbols. Another thing is the decision symbol for flow chart. So again, you could hold the shift. Okay, you could also manage the layout options to make it in front of text, so you could freely move this object around without um, changing the position of other objects in your document. Okay, so once you click on this shape, so you could change its color to green or yellow, or let's say a hollow diamond with black outline. That's fine. So you could choose different colors. Okay, so that's from the format tab. So remember that this format tab here will only appear if you choose or if you select a an object, just like this diamond object here. So going back to our insert ribbon tab, let's say you are the one that creates the report for your company or for your in your work, office work. So you could choose the smart art to represent the information or data that you have gathered in a such a way that it looks like a looking um, professional looking presentation. Okay, say for example I want to use a cycle just like this one, and then you could freely move the content or change the content, sorry. So step 1, and then let's say step 2, step 3, step 3, and then step 4, then step 5. You could also change the color of this smart art. So as you can see, it looks a very um, professional looking document. And you could also use different types of presentation. Let's say a basic pie or segmented cycle. So depends on your preferences or a type of data that you're trying to represent on your report. Okay. So going back to our insert, so we could also uh, use a chart for, let's say you want to represent a sales report for different months or previous months of your company. Okay, so as you can see here, there's a window for Microsoft Excel or chart in Microsoft Word. So it's in tabular form, wherein you could change the values of this of each cell. Okay, so in category 1, so let's say I want to replace this into January, and then second one is February, then March, and then here is the April, and then so as you can see, the legend, or let's say the label for each sales are now labeled with the month, and then the series, let's say sales for cell phones or mobile phones, and this one is a laptop, and then the other one is desktop. Okay, then let's say from February I want to change the sales report of cell phone into 5.5. So it dynamically changes whenever you change the value of the selected cell. So for example, in April I want to also increase the value of the sales report of cell phone. So let's say 6.5. So you could also do that, and as you can see, the chart also dynamically changes whenever you increases the value of each sales report. Okay, so in just one look, you could see that for all of the months, cell phone has the highest sales. Okay, so this is one good thing in order for you to represent a changes in the sales for the previous months. Okay, so the next one is the screenshot. So you could also screen clipping. So for example, I want to capture this area of my screen and then paste it on my document. So that's it. Okay, so the next one is the online videos. Say I want to enter or to place a video inside my document. So let me delete this first. So just click on the online videos, and then you need to enter the URL for the video. So let's try this one. So once you enter the link of the video or the URL, you could click on the insert, and then as you can see, the video is now imported to our document. Okay, so let me change this into in front of text so that I could freely move this around. And then once you play the video, it would create a screen wherein you could watch the video. Well, of course, once you click the play button, it will only play on your laptop. So it doesn't play if you, of course, print it as a hard copy. So it's only playable if it's a electronic document. Okay, so that's it. Another thing is the comment. Say for example, I want to put a comment. So let's say I want to put a comment here. So let's say this is a sample video. So that's it. So it's just a comment. So if you want to remove this, you could just go to remove or review and then delete this one. Okay, so that's it. And then the next one is the header. So we could just put a header here. Let's say code 0. So this will be, um, or let's say I want to 1 de la Cruz. So this name here will be present on the other pages. So I'm going to say it's a header and it will be present to other pages. So same goes for the footer. So let's say this is a sample footer. Okay, so this footer here will also be available to other pages. Okay, and then the next one is the page number. Say for example I want to put a page on top of the page, so it would just replace the header and make it as a page. So this will be the page 1, page 2, and page 3. So you could also change the positioning of that page number to the page margin. And here is the options that you could choose from. Say I want to use vertical right. So as you can see, there's a page 1 here. So maybe we could remove this page here. Okay. So as you can see, the header for page is now removed. So we have here the page for the vertical right, page 2 and then page 3. Okay, so the next one is the text box. So the text box allows you to create an area wherein you could type some text or place an image inside of it, and then you could freely move around it on your document. Say I want to um, type a text. This is a note for you to read. It's like a sticky note. Then let me change the color of this one into, let's say, yellow, and then you could paste it somewhere on your um, document. So if you want to ask your friend, so what this content means, so you could take a note or comment or suggestion. You could choose to create a text box and then play it as a sticky note. Okay, so next is the word art. So we have a text here, so you could just put some styles on it. So it depends on you on what type of styles you want to put in your word art. And then the next one is the equation. Let's say I want to put some equation for mathematical symbols, so you could choose different symbols here, an element symbol or a fraction. So let's say I want to put 1/2 here. So that's the equation. So you could choose different from basic maths, different symbols or Greek letters or letter-like symbols for discrete mathematics. If you have taken discrete mathematics and let's say your professor wants you to use Microsoft Word in creating some professional-looking document, well, of course, Microsoft Word could help you in creating those equations with the help of the Insert ribbon tab. Okay. So next one is the symbol. So more symbols. So these are the special characters that are not available on your keyboard, but you may use these symbols. Let's say we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are the symbols that are not available on your keyboard. Okay. Okay. So that's all for now for Insert Ribbon tab, and I hope that you learned something new from this video. Thank you and see you on the next video, which will cover the Design Ribbon tab.